Hi, and welcome back to Digolearn School Management software tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to set up the essential parts of your school structure on Digolearn School Management software. That is the terms, the sequences, classrooms, subjects, teachers, and the students. I will start by giving the important part, which is setting up the school term. There is no school that does not have a school term. Really. So we'll start with the setting up of the school term. You go to the option, set up, add school term. For people who are going to be using phones, they are going to be like a three-like button, which is going to have a pop-up menu that will come out from the left hand side of the phone, where you are going to click on the school, add up school term. And then when you click, it's going to load. Okay, here we are. You can see add a school term to active academic year 2025-2026. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on how many terms we usually have in a day. Now we have first term. When you write first term, you add a term. The message will come, first term registered successfully. The next term we have second term. We click on add term, and then we have the last term, which is the third term. That is if for primary and secondary school we use term, but if you are using it in a university, you can use first semester, second semester, and maybe third semester, depending on how and which kind of school you are putting it into. And then when we are done setting up the terms, we can move now to the sequences. Third term has to register itself. Always make sure you look at the information given. If the information does not pop up that this has successfully been made, then you have to redo that. So we have, okay, the third term has registered itself successfully. Now we move to the set add sequence option. So we go to the add sequence option and we click the add sequence option. There it's going to redirect us to a page for adding of sequences. If your school doesn't use a sequence option, for example, universities don't use sequences, maybe they can be having they have different ways of evaluating their students, not in sequence type but in a different way. So you just come and you customize it per your school type. Okay, we click on the add sequence. It's loading. Okay, we have add sequence or semester to active academic year. For example, already have first sequence or first semester, second sequence or second semester. So they're even giving us options on which to use. So when you click on something, let's say we are in the secondary school, we have first sequence, right? We are going to select which term we usually write the first sequence, which is the first term, and then we do what? We add the sequence. and then we wait for the sequence to be registered successfully. Are we there? That is done. We have the second sequence. Right, still under the first term. We register. We have the third sequence, which is the last sequence of the first term. We select first term and we add the sequence. Then we will move now to the fourth sequence. Let's wait for the sequence to be added. Third sequence is registered successfully. Now we move to the fourth sequence, which is usually written on second term. When we click it's been added, we move to, as you can see, this is the message. Now we move to the fifth sequence, which is still on the second term. And then we add the sequence, and the last sequence, that is all about second term, we have the seed sequence. For some schools, they have only 5 sequences, in which you are just going to push the third sequence on the second term, and third and fourth on the second term, then the fifth on the third term, and then we put it on third term. And then that is all about creating adding of sequences or semester to an active account. Read it. Now, after adding the sequences, we are going to be looking at how to add the classrooms. We will move to the classrooms option. Here it is. We click on add classroom. You can see they have given us examples of classrooms we can use. Lower seat, Form 1, Standard 1, Level 100. We can also have Class 1, Nursery 1, depending on your school structure type. So let's just use something we are using for secondary school. From 1, you create, you go to Form 2, then you create, you go to Form 3, we have, I'm going to end in Form 5, Form 4, and the last class for this school, Digolearn Bilingual School, Form 5. And we have successfully created the classrooms. Now we are going to create the sample subjects, adding the subjects of the school. We have add subject. When we click on the add subject button, we are going to be redirected to the subject page, where we are going to be adding the subject. As you can see, we can create any subject that we need in our school. Here we can see there is no subject already. So what do? We write the subject. Let's write the basic subjects we have. Mathematics, you select the classrooms that study or offer mathematics. We have Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, 4, and 5. What do? It is coefficient 5. But if your school has different coefficient, you can just click on the customize button and you customize and add more coefficients to it. Then what do? We add the subject. It appears it has been added. We go to the next subject, English language. We select the classrooms 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We select coefficient 5. We add the subject. We go to the next. We have French. Language. We select classroom like before. And we add the subject. Let's add all the subjects. We have, let's give something like information, communication, or should I say computer science. We have Form 5, Form 4, Form 3, Form 2, Form 1. Its coefficient, let's just say coefficient 2, and you add. We have history. Form 2, Form 3. You add the subject. Let's write the last subject, geography. We're just showcasing how the software works, not creating an actual school. We choose question 2. The coefficients here might not be the coefficients of your school. Your geography can have coefficient 3, coefficient 4, depending on how your school rates them. And so we have created the subjects. If you want to see the list of subjects created, just go to the next button under the add subject, which is all subjects, and you click on it. It's going to redirect you to what? A page where all the subjects you have registered in your school for that academic year are found. As you can see, these are the subjects we have created. We have all subject, a count of 6 subjects has been registered. Computer science, which is coefficient 2, has been created for classes 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, as well as all the other subjects. If you want to edit the subject, right, you just edit. So in case you want to edit the classroom where that computer science is found, you can just directly do edit. You change the subject name and the word coefficient, and then you confirm. But if not, you can just do something else. Now, for a school that has a different coefficient on the same subject, you can create the same subject name, but now on the classroom, let's say lower seat and upper seat, the coefficient may be 5. And from Form 1 to Form 5, the coefficient may be 2. You just create another subject called computer science, but on the class names, you are going to just choose lower seat and upper seat, then you put coefficient 5 on it. Are we there? That is how we create subjects on the Digolearn school management software. Now we add the teachers. For us to add a teacher, we just click on the add teacher option. Here it is. You click on the add teachers option and it's going to redirect you to the add teachers page. As you can see, this is the add teachers page, which has all the credentials of the teacher where your teacher has to fill. Should in case, let's give a full name of a particular teacher. Let's say Mr. Beamy Claude. If he has an email, let's just use this email. And then a sample number. Make sure this number is actually the number. The teacher has to give the right number he has on his phone, because the system is made to accept the phone numbers written here as passwords, or the emails written here as their passwords. Are we there? So if the teacher writes a wrong number and he has to enter into his system, like he's giving his right credentials, if the number is not correct, it's not going to accept it. Let's just give a sample number. Please don't call this number. Let's say the teacher is in Kolmeseng. Since the school is in Kolmeseng, the teacher's city is in Yaoundé. Let's say this person is a male and his country, let's not make it a type. Let's say his country of origin, he's not always supposed to be born in Cameroon. Let's say his country of origin is Canada. And he teaches Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, and Form 5. Let's look at the subject. You can't be from Canada and you're not teaching English language. Let's just take English language. And then the number of teaching periods. If it's a permanent person that teaches every day, like in a primary school, you can just put on it. But if it's not, let's say in a week he has 12 teaching periods, you write. And then you write the teacher's qualification. Does he have a HND, master's degree, PhD, for school living? Just write the qualification there. Let's write here HND for a start, and then you add the teacher. Message pop up, teacher added successful, and you can add the next teacher. Let's just say the next person, let's put a female. Let's just put teachers for all the subjects we have given. Let's write Bila Gertrude. We'll write a sample email. We'll give a number. Please do not call these numbers. You'll be tracked down. Here is a female. Select a country. That's a typical Cameroonian name. It teaches Form 5, Form 4, Form 3, Form 1, Form 2. Let's write French. Teaches French language. Select French. 12 as well. There's a master's. The user email cannot be accepted for this account type. You create another email. Surely that's because that was the email I used to create it. We'll just write Mao juice, and then let's just create something like this, and then teacher added successfully. The next we have Fombara, John Doe. We have John Doe Gmail. If the teacher does not have a Gmail, he can actually create a Gmail or just create an imaginary Gmail, which is just a combination of his names, so that he can always remember the Gmail given to him by the school. So you add the teacher's address, city, gender, male. We have a country, the classroom 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He teaches geography. Teaching periods 12. Let's just say HND. Then you have the next teacher. Richard Beckett. Same address. Just choose Cameroon. Let's just say this one teaches computer science. We'll end here for the teachers HND, and we add, that is adding the last teaching for the tutorial. Now we have added some sample teachers, and we can just directly look at all the sample teachers that we have added. So we click on all teachers. We have registered 4 teachers with their subjects and class user IDs and the passwords. So you can view, you can directly click to remove or click to view. And as well, if you want to just print the teacher's staff list, you can just directly click on this, and the teacher's staff list is going to be printed in its form. That is the teacher's list for the academic year. You can customize the logo. It shouldn't always be the Digolearn logo on it. You can customize the logo. I'll be showing you how to do that. So when that is done, you can now do add the students. Adding a student, this is the credential list for each student. If we have a student like Musa, Gambo, for schools, it is optional. If the school already has a matriculation number for the student, you can directly put the matriculation number for the student. But if the school does not have, rest assured the system is going to create a unique identification number for the student. For schools, which students are usually having phones in their schools, the student can as well put its email number there and the phone number as well. That is why it is written optional. Then the address, the student is from the city of Yaoundé, and they will have the birthplace. Let's just say this student is born in Nya Soso. The birth date is born on the 5th or maybe May or 2004, and then he is a male. Country of origin, Nya Soso is in Cameroon, and then the student is a Form 1 student. Here we have the guardian or the parent information. So if the father is called Gambo Richard, and you have the guardian's email, you just put select code. You put the code and you put the guardian's phone number. This is for when you buy the pro version, which will have SMS alerts. These numbers will be used for the SMS alerts. And then the address, we have call message, and then you have city of Yaoundé, and then the country of Cameroon, and then we add this student. As you can see, a student has been added to the system. Next student as well, we have Digolearn Brandon. We have Hussein Komeseng, Yaoundé, birthplace, let's just say he was born in Jakiri. So March 2003. He's a male from country Cameroon, and he is in Form 1. Guardian, we have Digolearn is Digolearn theory. I'm out of names. Country code. And then you save the student. These are the two sample students we are going to be using. You can actually click here to all students, or you just click here to view all the students you have registered into the system, which these are the two only students who have registered into the system. And to print the class list of these, you just directly, you can filter by class to know which class list to print. Or if it's this class you want to print, you just click on the print button, and then you are going to be given the class list of these students. This is how the class list is going to appear. Are we there? Good. That is how. So that's it for adding of students into the school management software. So you have successfully added the academic structure and enrolled key members into your school system. That is all about this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more tutorials on how to use the Digolearn school management software.